Up here getting hot, even though I got the AC today. Got the AC on today. Won't be making no jokes about the kid. Anyway. Come on in. Yeah, TikTok, you only gonna get 10 minutes. I tried to jump on live. I'm on live on YouTube. We live on Instagram. Come on in. Come on in. Let's get it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. On a Friday. That's day. Blessed day. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. Oh yeah, we live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before y'all jump off the page, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. We in the end game because whether you tuning in to Popovich TV or not right now on a Friday night, and you could have been anywhere in the world but you here with me, as long as you alive and you got health, then it's a great motherfucking day. Like, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Even if you get paid bi-weekly, like, you know what I mean? AO week, and today not the Friday that you get paid, it's still a great motherfucking day. All praise is due to the Most High, you alive, and like I said, you could be anywhere in the world, but if you tuned in to Popovich TV, good luck. But we in the end game, cuz unfortunately, Remy Ma, her son, Jason Scott, you know what I mean? 23-year-old young man, got hit with some heavy charges, got arrested and hit with some heavy charges, first-degree murder and second-degree murder, right? Maybe for allegedly popping the 9 and pushing the nigga's snot box back, you know what I mean, on some Hassan Campbell shit. Or, you know what I mean, like Don Corleone, you under us, and paid some high hammers to go put that pain in on somebody's family, right? Another person got arrested with him, and you know when stories like this come out, if you're not familiar, you know obviously Remy Ma, one of the top female rappers since she been in the game. Now she on the battle rap. She had her little thing with Papoose, whether they together, they not together. A lot of people saying they not. She just had a birthday party. He wasn't there, you know what I mean? And, you know, that might confirm the rumors or not. For a lot of women was like, no, it ain't true. And they was just together here. And they, you know what I mean? Like, if you ever been through a breakup and you got kids, then you know the breakup is not just you break up and never talk to you again on some, honey, tell the kids I love them, never coming home on some Harlem Night shit. We know that that's not the case, that you still going to show up, you still going to have to co-parent, even though it may be, you know, bad feelings or ill will. Not ill will, but, you know, just like fucking bitch, like yeah, bitch, or you bitch ass nigga, you fucking, you know what I mean, you whack ass nigga. That you still trying to be good parents and they daughter is young. And this is all alleged, but I'm just saying for people that you've been in a relationship before with a breakup, with kids involved, you know you still gonna be around, you still gonna make it look good. And like Hov said on one of his songs, when he said they stayed together for the kids, they couldn't fake it no more. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, if though we see her at his birthday party and, you know, out and about, she was just sitting there with the smug, or what women be saying, the deadpan face, you know what I mean? The dead bitch face, yeah bitch. And she wasn't looking like she was having a good time. And 10 years ago, like, you know what I mean? Or was it 2013? Whenever she came home, 2013 or 2014, right? Came home 6 years, 7 up top for 7 summers, bragging about, you know what I mean, a little gunplay she had. You know what I mean? And she from the BX, so let's be clear, she had the skirt on with the Tim's first album, and I'm too conceited, you got a reason, right? You say, damn, 10 years after you come home, now your son is going in for allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, attempt murder. First degree murder. First degree murder and second degree murder, not attempt. And it's disheartening because I know it's like, damn, if the breakup is true, it's just one shot at another. And that's when you have people say sometimes, you know, death comes in threes, or bad shit happen in threes for a lot of people, or for most of us. You know, you go through life, trials and tribulations, you say, damn, 2020 was a bad year. 2019 was a bad year, or whatever it is for you, you know what I mean? And then you have your up years, and like some days you up, next day you down, long as you stay the same, it'll come back around. Hov, alright, yeah, that was a Hov reference. So she came out, obviously she can't say much about the case, it's still ongoing, it's still pending, it's fresh, it's just now starting. And like any mother, right, or maybe not, because we've seen the video, or maybe you didn't see the video, of a mom's came to the scene of her son, not drag racing, but going hella fast, and the cops pulled him over. I think she was a lawyer. She came, she cursing him out and shit. And she like, you hanging with your no good ass cousin, and, you know, saying nigga in front of the white cracker and all that, right? Some people was like, yeah, tough love, and woo woo woo, and And some people was like, you know, really cringy a little bit when you're using the, you know, the nigga and all that in front of those type of folks. And, you know, she loved her son. You only could pray that a mother would, you know, love their child like this, etc., etc. And so she wasn't having it. She was like, nah, told your ass, don't be hanging with these lowlifes, and come along. We have a party to attend with some real mature women and some more of our friends. Like, you're going to throw your life away, and you got so much more to live for. Remy Ma came out, again, they got big lawyers, right? Big fish, big lawyers. And we're going to eat the case, hopefully, right? Hopefully none of this shit is true. So she like, you know, we want the police to do a thorough investigation. They want all the facts to come out, rightfully so. She want to prove her son innocent. If he is innocent, and I think even if he wasn't innocent, she still would be pushing the narrative of my son is innocent, right? And, you know, she got every right to do that. That's her child. A lot of us, right? Right or wrong with our family members, we going da come with me. You're going to back them regardless. Now, maybe in the back office behind closed doors, you're going to be like, yo, what the fuck was you thinking? Like, what was you doing to do some stuff like this? Now you put all of us in jeopardy. Now we got to come out and we got to address this shit, and it's real whack. And we about to say bye to TikTok. I joined TikTok finally. This ain't got nothing to do with Remy Ma and her son being arrested. I kept saying I was going to join, and finally I joined. I think I was trying to go live, like I'm live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. But I guess you got to have 1,000 followers, and I don't got that yet. I just got on TikTok. So we about to say la da da la da 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 hey. Goodbye, because it's only a 10-minute post. But if you want to come rock with the Popovist, all you got to do is go to YouTube, Popovist TV _, and we live, we rolling, we got a couple of topics. We're going to be here for maybe like an hour, and then we out of here. So we, come holler at me, TikTok, as we put this up, as we post this up. I guess it's posted. All right, so, you know, whether, even if he's guilty, and we don't know, I'm hoping that the young man is not guilty, to keep it a buck with you. I'm hoping that he's innocent as a motherfucker, right? But I think even if he is, and we don't know yet until we find out all of the details and all the particulars, I think she still would have that stance, like a lot of us. Free Ray Ray and them, free my niggas till they all free, even though they killed 100 niggas, even though they gang, even though they outside down with the fuck shit. They swimming in, you know what I mean? Like, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high, and they in the deep end of the waters with it. My thing is, right, say he is guilty, though. Is it right for her to come out with the statement of, you know, we want a full investigation, my son is innocent? Like, say she know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, like, how could you not know? Not about the murder part, but I know, you know, first it's like innocence, like Adam and Eve on some religious shit, right? They walking around butt-ass naked in the garden being paradise. And I know I'm dragging the topic, but so what? We just started, we live and we rolling. Garden to Eve, they walking around butt naked. They ain't know they was butt naked until the shaitan, the devil, you know what I mean, let them know that, yo, you walking around swinging the sword, and she walking around with the bushes of all bushes. Then they came to the realization, the consciousness, oh shit, we naked. Then they try to cover themselves, all right? So I know as a kid coming up for me, I know Mama love, what's up? I was hanging out with moms today. We had to go to the doctor and all that. Love you, mommy. I know at one point in time, she didn't know what a nigga was into, what her young son was doing, what her son was doing. Not, so I was young then, but I'm always her son, right? Then when a certain age happens, or you find a burner, you find some drugs, you find condoms, like, you come to the realization that your child is not as innocent as you think they may be. Then after that, it ain't no putting the leaves back on. It ain't no putting the consciousness back in your mind and bottling it up and saying we not naked no more. Once you know shame and you know guilt and you know right from wrong, there's no putting that back in the bottle, even though some people keep just doing dirt until, you know, it ain't no shame no more. It ain't no guilt no more what they want to do. And like, I forget his character in the movie, but MC8, that's his name, is the artist, right, as a rapper. In the movie Menace to Society, Kane was like, man, this motherfucker did so much dirt, you know what I mean, and put so much work in that he get off on seeing other people do dirt, you know what I mean? That's how cold and hardened his heart was. So I'm saying, damn, you know, Remy Ma, you know, you went away, he was young, you come back. She spoke about not having the bestesses of relationships with her son, but trying to build it back, as any parent should want to, right? After you do a stretch, and they come in to see you on the visiting floor and all that, and pictures on the refrigerator, right? I'm sure they started building. I'm sure being who she is, you know what I mean? It's a spotlight, so to speak, and she ain't the biggest, but she is, you know what I mean? She is a name brand, right? She is a celebrity. Kind of thinking if you, I mean, maybe not hiring or even going to do the murder, but if this gang related, which I think it is, you know if your kid is in the gang. Come on, parents, folks, let's be real like we do on the channel. We keep it real, we keep it authentic. That feeling. You know if your daughter is fucking. You know what I mean? You know if you seen them texts or something popped up when she was in the kitchen making a Pop-Tart or whatever it is, and you know what I mean? Like, so once once the reality sets in that, oh, this is how your child is moving, it's up for you as the parent to push them in the right direction, to move them forward and away from that, right? And as a person that don't got no kids, if you follow the channel, I help raise them, 2 boys, right? And they know Lee, you know what I mean? In the real life, you know what I mean? Pop if it's TV and all that, but in the real life, I'm Lee, right? For a lot of people that know me, maybe Majors. And they know Lee been to jail. They know Lee broke the law and shit. And like Hov said, you know, Hov did that. So hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. Learn from, you know, others' mistakes and be better. And that's what I think we all want for our kids. So, you know, we're gonna see how this thing plays out. I'm not surprised that, you know, she ain't take the stance of, you know, yeah, I know my son is a little bad little fucker. And, you know, he got caught up with the wrong people. I'm praying for him, but he gonna have to hold that down. Woo, that would have been an epic statement for her to come out and make a stance like that. Last thing though about this, Remy Ma shit. Lisa Everett, right, who broke the story, she always seeming to be around breaking these stories, especially when they kick in the door at 4 in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? come to your crib while you yawning, locking all the young brothers up that's in the gang. I think the last big bust they had 18 people out in New York City, my hometown, right? Early in the morning, they going to get you, knocking on the door, kicking the door, boom, 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 ATF, like, you know what I mean? Too late to open the door to say he left, like the DMX shit. 18 more young men, right? Gang affiliated, about that life, about that action. And you ain't about that life, you ain't about that life. You ain't about that life, you ain't about now. Some of them is. They out there with the burners, 17, 18, 19, even young as 14, 15, old, like we were, right? And, you know, when you see her pop up all the time, it's almost like she getting first, you know, and I know she's a reporter, but it just seemed like, you know, I don't know, Lisa, we looking at you with the side eye just a little bit. But let's get to some other shit though, right? Let's get to some other shit. Parents, protect your kids, keep them out of the street, keep them out of the penitentiary. Fathers and mothers, keep your daughters off them poles, off them fans only, off of them gag queen porn movies, like please, you know what I mean? I know she 18, she's strong, independent, she can do what she want, but that's your job, right? Let's get to this Kendrick Lamar shit. Like, he popped out like, shh, I see that. Like, you know what I mean? Juneteenth, Wednesday, you know what I mean, a couple days ago, and the internet is still going super, super, super crazy, and a lot of people had a lot of shit to say. I saved mad videos to show, but I'm sure y'all already seen them. So I'll just give commentary, you know, and when I chop it up, I'll put the video clips in. But when I'm hearing from, you know, B McFly, shout out to Philly, right? Brother that was on drugs and cleaned his life up. He a big influencer now on social media. He like, I'm telling you, you know, not only did I told you he was going to win the battle, but he won hip-hop, right? He did it for 50 years of the culture. My son from the BX, where, you know, born and raised, as far as hip-hop, you know what I mean, the home of hip-hop. New York niggas got crazy game, but out of town niggas is all the same. Brooklyn niggas got like, but if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably wouldn't be going on. So tell me where you from? Uptown, baby, right? Karis 1-0, Bridges over, right? And on his page, you know, he showed the little clip of, you know, all the Bloods and the Crips and all the Pyrus and all the, you know, vice laws and all these motherfuckers like Crip niggas, Blood niggas, SAs, Asians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, white boys, Haitians, Lat Kings, disciple, vice laws, Haitians. All these motherfuckers been patiently waiting. Since the West Coast fell off, the streets been knocking. The West Coast never fell off. I was sleeping Compton. That's a game reference, right? Off that documentary album. Who was a no-show, and we will talk about him right after this. Because he had some words, just, you know, as far as the Kendrick Lamar concept. So my song, like, yo, you know, it's over, Juneteenth. It was a big moment. Hands up. See, I ain't sweating today. You got the AC. Hands up. He's the king of hip-hop right now, right? And, you know, whether you think he the king of hip-hop or not, I'm not here to argue you down. I think, you know, if you watch my channel, I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I think Kendrick Lamar is a dope artist. I think he's a dope rapper. I think he's a dope lyricist. He definitely top 5 dead or alive in this era. In this era. Definitely no guy I'm ahead of a lot of people. But he's nice. And that's no shade because he's from the West Coast. A lot of people like, yo, you know, Juneteenth, it was good. And, you know, some of the clips and shit, you hear Kendrick like, yo, you know, this the West Coast, you know what I mean? Niggas thought they was going to see Compton, you know what I mean? And West Side. And he like, you know, we still ain't get over Nip death yet, right? We still ain't get over Kobe, death. Got Russell Westbrook, the Brody, you know what I mean? The 20-20-20 game, remember after that? After Nip passed? He dropped 20, 20, and 20. That's 20 points, 20 assists, and 20 rebounds for the, you know what I mean? The finger licking and all that. Cool. DeMar Rosen, all these niggas is West Coast niggas. LeBron was in the building. He played for the Lakers. West Side. Even Rick Ross was there, you know what I mean? And before we get the game, people was like, Rick Ross was there. That's all I need to know. Game is choosing sides. We know Rick Ross was there for the clout chase. I know he's famous. I know he's a millionaire, you know what I mean? I know he got a couple of M's, right? I think he still was clout chasing. I think he still was there to be down. You want to be down with the Kings? Like, you want to be down with the Kings? And, you know, he's like, we still ain't get over this. We still ain't get over that. And a lot of people was like, yo, Juneteenth, this is what it is. And before I get into what I really want to say, right? I got the preference, warm you up a little bit, because I might ruffle your feathers, especially if you're from the East Coast, because I dare you to try this theory that I'm about to give you. When it comes to the West and the East, and like Pac said, it's not about East or West. It's about niggas and bitches, punks and riders, which side are you on? Right. Because the West Coast niggas, they think they the niggas, right? And the East Coast niggas think we them niggas too, right? And we know when the whole West Coast Pac, rest in peace, think niggas gonna disrespect Pac, what Kendrick is saying, right? So you got the whole West Coast, you know what I mean? Or what seemed like the whole West, Compton, Long Beach, all the fucking, you know what I mean, blocks and boulevards out there, right? And you know, on my channel, you know, my stance is from being locked up with the blood niggas over here, saying that, you know, they not like them over there, which they not, and they not like us, they not like us, we really not like them, right? It's bigger blocks, as they play different rules. It's a gang culture where niggas is brought up in it and take you across the tracks, make you expose the face. Now you official now. But you got a soul to save. You got somebody to kill. You got to save the soul. And you're going to put that work in tonight. And this is what we're going to do. You got the opposite colors on, we're going to kill you when we feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, kill these niggas when I feel like it. So, like, we ain't get over this, we ain't get over that. So like I was going to say before I go into that, I think it's great for hip-hop. I think it was a great night in hip-hop. I don't think it was the greatest night in hip-hop, because it's a West Coast thing if you ask me. He did it in the West Coast. More West Coast people going to relate. Obviously, everybody over there that's bigging it up and happy. And even though people in the East Coast, which I'm going to talk about in the comments, you know, is overzealous about it, to me, it's just really the West Coast thing. He's a West Coast artist. They wanted to crown him the king of hip-hop from the beginning. When Dre endorsed him, when Snoop, you know, came out like nobody ain't gonna do nothing to the homie. He told niggas like, yeah, I already came over there and crushed the buildings with corrupting them. In New York, big city of dreams, and Prodigy and Mobb Deep, rest in peace, they the only ones that really said something back. Right, a lot of niggas was quiet. Two Hoes said it's like New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. I'm trying to restore the feeling. And I'm not trying to pit East Coast against West Coast. Oh, because 22 minutes into my show, oh, but you black on a Juneteenth day. So again, I think it's a great night in hip hop. I think it's a great night for the West Coast. I think it could be an even greater night. Then it would be probably a great night in hip hop. What was the song? All in the Same Gang, Eazy-E and all of them, and just like over here, Self-Destruction. If those same Bloods and those same Crips would stop killing each other. If it's a ceasefire. You know, and I don't know all the politics, because I'm sure it's deep politics. Some Pyru, ride on the blood ride on these niggas, Crips killing Crips, just like up north, just like over here. Just because you in the gang don't mean you ain't subjected to being, you know, ran down or ran over or being put on the plate in the menu by other gang members. Because that's how they give it up. And they not like us, they not like us, right, they not like us. So just because you gang, that don't mean you ain't food for another gang member. Let's be clear. You can join the Blood, you can join the Crips over here in the East or over there on the West Side and still be food, still get killed by one of your own kind. Oh, but you black. But if they can stop that somehow and push forward, get on some Black Panther militant shit, yeah, it would be a fucking phenomenal night and everything wouldn't be in vain. Now let's get to the real, right? A lot of people in the comments, Kendrick won, you know, as far as the rap battle, it was bigger than rap. It was for this. When we go over there, the East Coast niggas, like when the East is in the house, oh my God, danger. You got to check in with some of the people over there. If you don't check in, you might be subject to getting ran down on. We still ain't get over Pop Smoke yet, right? Ah, you know what I mean? She want to fuck with the woo. She want to fuck with the woo, and he was a rising star, right? 50 Cent protege, helping with that album, on the come up, went over there, killed him. P&B Rock, went over there, killed him. Big killed him. They kill niggas from the East Coast. Right, oh, but you black. Why do they do that? And I'm not advocating when they come over here we should kill them. I'm not advocating for no death, for nobody to be killed. What I'm saying, it is a difference. It's a thin line between love and hate. Friends and snakes. 9 millies and 38s. Hell, all the pearly gates. It's a Nas reference. I was destined to come. Don't blame me, blame God. Brew blood from my lungs. Second to none, right? Yeah. When we go over there, it's a whole different atmosphere. And I only been to the West Coast one time, right? Talking about LA, that is. LA, big city in dreams. But everything in LA ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, right? So I only been to LA one time. And I really didn't get the joy. We went out there for real brief because I want to tie my point in. For all the East Coast niggas and everybody thinking it's a kumbaya moment because niggas on the West Coast was all together on the stage. And again, if you just joined, I appreciate you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I hope they keep that same energy for 100 years. Pay them back for what they did to the Cold Crush, like Hope said. Let's join together like Nick was saying. He had that vein. That's why I think they killed him, right? He wanted, what was the third generation of Crips? Wanted to see the gang banging and all that shit stop and let's get money. Right, I hope we can keep that energy. I don't think it'll beat, but I'm a dreamer. Right, I'm a dreamer. I hope they keep that energy. For over there, for all the people, all the souls that died over there. Like Nip said, take them across the tracks, make you expose the face. You official now, because you got a soul to save. I mean, you got to kill somebody. You want to be down with this thing of ours. And all we ask is trust, no secret society. It's another whole reference. For their sake, I hope they can keep it like that. We all in the same game. Over here, I hope we can keep it that way. But I don't see it as a kumbaya moment. Now it's back to LA, right? My only time I went to the West Side. Why I say I didn't really enjoy it, we was over there for Dame movie, the Honor Up movie Kanye produced. Executive producer. Murder Mook was in it, Cam was in it, my uncle was in it. You know what I mean? A couple of niggas from Harlem I know was in it and shit. Shout out to everybody who was on the project, right? First time in LA, got to meet Kim Kardashian, got to meet fucking Kanye. The other actor who I can't think, Pusha T was in the building. I'm only naming this to show you what kind of night it was. World premiere of the movie, right? Before it came out in the theaters. Afterwards, we went to dinner. TMZ rolled up on us. And Cam came to dinner with us too. Shout out to Cam, right? It is what it is. Harlem in the building, him and Mason Betta. And afterwards, you know, TMZ rolled up on us, but Dame told us they're gonna come. So I guess some of the celebrities be knowing when they gonna pop up. He like, yo, when we go outside, TMZ, you know what I mean? So I'm hype. I got my camera and shit. First time on the strip in LA. Well, we went to forget the name of the restaurant, Le Catch. I think it was the Le Catch, right? When you go inside the restaurant, on the walls, mad celebrities, old school pictures look like the Apollo, but mad more pictures of different celebrities and athletes and shit when they was young and probably like they best highlights and shit. If you never been there, I'm trying to paint the picture for you. When we come out, TMZ asking Dame about the movie, woo woo woo, and it's on my page. So he like, what y'all doing tonight and all that, right? I'm like, yo, we going out. I was hyped. You can hear me. He trying to interview, but I'm like, yo, we going out, we going out. And long story short, right? You know, mind you, the whole time we there, we go to Roscoe's, we go to a few places. Dame like, yo, be careful where you go at. You know what I mean? My uncle had the big chain and shit, you know what I mean? He a jury guy, I'm not, you know what I mean? You know, I used to take niggas jury. So I don't want to bring the attention. We out there, he like, yo, y'all gotta be careful where y'all going. Woo, woo, woo. Niggas, you know what I mean? It's dangerous out here. Which we ain't naive. We from the concrete jungle. We know what it is, right? But I still want to go out. Like any place I go to, Jamaica, out the country, no matter where I go, if you know me, you know I'm the daredevil. That's number one. You know I'm a gambler. That's what my show is about sometimes. Hip-hop, entertainment, sports, right? I like to just go be where the people is at. That's just what it is. Not that I'm tough or the toughest. I know I can get booked. I know I can get my shit rocked. Just like anybody else, even if I'm not doing nothing. That's just the reality. Oh, but you black. So long story short, we didn't go out. Think they wanted to forget the place we wanted to go to. Now I'm with Dame, I'm with Cam, I'm with Mama. These niggas got money, right? I got a couple dollars. I ain't going out of town with no money. They like, yo, to get the section, to get the table or whatever. I forget what club we was gonna go to. $2,500, which is nothing. It's like 7 of us. Nothing. We didn't go. We ended up going back to the Airbnb, smoking, drinking, talking about a whole bunch of, you know, irrelevant shit. Some shit that was pertinent, business and shit. And the night was alright, but it was second. It was like a constellation. Like to go out in LA, hang out, see what these niggas be doing out here. or go back to the Airbnb, smoke, and do some shit you could do back on your own time. And I was disappointed, but I know why we didn't go out. I know why niggas probably was a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. And I know niggas ain't no punks, no fags, no pussies, like, you know what I mean? Like Martin Lawrence, or was that Eddie Murphy? You ain't no punk, no pussy, no fag, right? We ain't like that, but I know why we didn't go, and I ain't gonna go dolo, you know what I mean? The point is, when the East Coast niggas go over there, when the East is in the house, oh my God, they book us. They kill us. They rob us. They make us check in. They make niggas don't even go out. You go to the Airbnb. Niggas dare you to come out, spend $2,501 in clubs and let us catch you rolling down one of these boulevards. And you heard what Dre or Nas said. Dre said, yeah, nigga, don't get fooled looking up at them palm trees and all that when you looking at that Hollywood sign, nigga. You seen the Menace II Society movie, nigga? Nigga, you a baller, nigga? Give me this shit. He gonna jack you, leave you on the side of the road like Kane Cousin. And again, I'm not advocating when they come over here and kick the buildings down that we kill the rappers over there, the entertainers over there. But why is the energy like that? Why you got niggas that rep that hood over there so they don't respect the gang niggas over here? Why do you think that? Why do you think it's little bro attitude? And why do you think, because we talking about Kendrick, for those that still like, what's all this gangster, what's going on? You in LA with Dame Kent? What's happening? We talking about the pop-out concert that everybody's, bigging up. It was the greatest night in hip-hop. Crowned Kendrick Lamar the king of hip-hop. It was bigger than hip-hop. He went against the machine. He killed Drake, the light-skinned nigga. All this dumb talk on the internet from a lot of East Coast niggas too, right? And now it starts to make sense like, oh shit. Back in 2013, or was it 14, or maybe even 15, right? When the Control song came out, and he named Big Sean and Drake and all them niggas, like, I'm gonna kill y'all niggas. And a lot of people was feeling some type of way about that, like, who is this little, who this little nigga? who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Before the name was big, and a lot of niggas didn't like that. But you had Snoop and the big homies from over there, like, yo, he under us. That's the little homie, and nobody ain't gonna do nothing to him. They've been trying to crown him. And you get it how, everybody got their turn to shine. So whether you the king of rap, like Nas said, it's deeper than wanting to be more than this king of New York shit. The shit between him and Jigga and all the backdoor scenes and all that, with Ray and Ghost. You know what I mean? Every time I see a nigga, they want to pop a little Cristal. Like, don't front for me. Don't play that role for me. Later on, Tupac, Biggie, oh, how we miss you so. And Nas laid out that whole shit, and what's the name of that song? Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ, he's just nice. He just sliced like a Ginsu. He like, it's more than wanting to be the king of New York or some East Coast politics. So you know they got West Coast politics. And you see why they keep trying to push him to the top. And again, I fuck with Kendrick. I think his best album is not the first album with Swimming Pools and Kill My Vibe. I like the Damn album. His last album was aight. It wasn't all that to me. In fact, the song I play the most off his last album, Mr. Morale, is Cry Together with the chick, Taylor, when they talking about the relationship shit. That's in the playlist. The other songs, they aight. You know what I mean? They ain't like it's bangers to me. The beat selection is subpar at best, but that still don't take away that he's a phenomenal MC, he's a phenomenal artist, he's a dope artist, right? And he is one of the best out of this generation. He's not top 5 all time to me. He probably could get to that. But let's hear some more music. Let's hear some more albums. But the greatest night in hip hop, he's the king of hip hop because he dissed the inferior rapper. Let's get back to that, right? When the whole Drake beat was going on. If you're not familiar, you tuned in and we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube as well. Y'all know I said Kendrick won, but slightly. Because if I know I can beat you, if I'm the better man and I beat you, but I beat you by decision, it still leaves people to say, maybe the refs cheated. Maybe you didn't win a certain round that pushed you over the top. But if I'm the better man, I come out and Mike Tyson you and I knock you on your ass, there's no debates about that. It's like, oh, nah, nigga, you got knocked the fuck out on some FriDaY shit, right? You got knocked the fuck out. It ain't no disputing. It ain't no back and forth. Maybe you could have got the 5th round. They both got knocked down. No, it's undisputed, nigga. Take your glasses. No, put your glasses back on, Shannon. Undisputed. It ain't no debate. I felt it was at first to the last song. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the last two songs I ain't really like the Euphoria. Certain songs I didn't like. And I mean, it's just didn't like it. And I didn't like all Drake songs either. But I had him winning slightly. Everybody think it's a landslide, and I didn't. Especially if you're supposed to be the better MC, and we all think you're the better MC. Then where's the better MC? You know what I mean? Like Jada, for instance. Jada and Beanie, both high quality opponents. It ain't no, you know what I mean? Like any one of them could get knocked out with a boxer's chance, right? It ain't no Mike Tyson and somebody else he beat the shit out of, right? Spinks. It ain't no different fights where it's like, maybe not. Like Nas said, I went to war with niggas who could have made your career stop. All that, I'm still around and I'm still hot. Wow. I need a moment, y'all. Shit, I almost let a tear drop. Like certain niggas I went against, y'all ain't gonna be able to stand no chance. You know what I mean? Like if you survive a 50 beef or whatever, it's like, oh nah, I'm nice. I survived these beefs over here. I went to war with batted scars and all that. It wasn't no walk in the park, a Common or whoever else you want to think a little bullshit battle. Nah. Jada and Beans, it could have went either way. And people still debate you if they from Philly or they from New York. Like, nah, Beans killed them, sun-kissed. Or niggas be like, nah, Jada won, but he played with him a little bit over the lackadaisical beat. But the point is, it still was two lyricists, two niggas that's nice, that everybody say is here. You under us. With Drake and Kendrick, niggas is like, nah, Kendrick is here, and Drake is here. So how is it close? How is it almost like he could have beat you if he, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. So we got to get off of that King of Hip Hop. King of Hip Hop put out music, good music, all day, every day. Like, you the nicest, meaning the consistency. Not every 3 years, every 4 years. Especially if you ain't have no run, like a Hove, a Fifth, the Locks, the mixtapes, the Little Waynes. Too much bodies of work, put it out. We only got 2-3 albums, and you the king? Nah, you know how I say, that's why Big not in the top 5. Dead or Alive, no more. It's only 2 albums. I get it, Styles P like, nah, the body of work, we don't know what he would have been. Right, we probably would know he would have probably been ascending even better than what he was, but he got cut short down. So we don't know. We do know Nas continued, and who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. We do know Hove continue. We do know other artists continue. Big Pun, you got 2 albums. Big, you got 2 albums. Certain people, you got 1 or 2 albums and you don't even got no classics. You ain't even got no classics, so you can't even be considered. I think Kendrick got 2. The Damn album and the first album, Big Kid, Little Kid in Mad City or whatever. But it's not enough work to be considered king. Like, I think J. Cole's probably put more albums out than him. And he is one of the faces, right? Or he was, till he bowed out gracefully. Would have loved to see him as opposed to Drake go at him, even if it was some friendship. But I guess he respected their friendship a little bit too much in order to just verbally go at a niggas, like, you know what I mean, in the booth. So, East Coast niggas, go over there. I'm ending with that, right? This topic anyway. Go over there, iced out. You're a rapper, you know what I mean? Go do some shows over there. Don't check in with the right people, the big U's, the Wax, or whoever got control of shit over there. And see, and again, I'm not wishing that on you, but we see what happened to P. Rock. Muslim brother too at that. I ain't out there to cause no problems. Pop Smoke and his motherfucking Airbnb niggas ran up in there, did them dirty, butt naked. You know what I mean? Bang bang, you're dead. We don't care if you the upcoming nigga from New York. In fact, we put you down because you're probably the upcoming nigga from New York. And we don't give them that same energy. And again, they look at us down. This the last thing, another thing, right? Game came over here, right? Where I'm from, Harlem, my birthplace, right? Even though I'm born in Bellevue. Came over here, was in the park with the burner and all that, playing ball with niggas. You know what I mean? Giving niggas that aggressive energy. And nothing happened to them. You think you're going to go over there to Compton or Long Beach or one of them hot blocks over there with a burner on you and play ball? I dare you, and I'm a betting man. You know on the channel. We do chicken dinners over here. You know what I mean? Sports and all that. This is fake money, but I got $1,000. And that's light money, right? And I'm not even saying like, because I'm not rich. But I want to make it worth it, at least 5 bands. Let me see one of y'all New York niggas go over there with a burner on, not being from there. Nobody really holding you down that's from there. Play ball with them blood and crip niggas or regular niggas in South Central with a gun on your waist. fouling niggas and playing aggressive with them and see what happened to you. My hunch is you probably gonna be dead. Probably gonna get murdered out there. Nothing happened in the game. Why is that? Is we pussy over here? Do they look at us as like pussy? Because Tim Dog was like fuck Compton. And that was in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like fighting over colors. All that gang shit is for dumb motherfuckers. But we hope the concert unify niggas and they get on some Black Panther shit. You know what I mean? Some Black Liberation Army shit. And they stop killing each other. They stop killing us when we go over there. You know what I mean? We stop killing each other over here because, you know, we just losing pretty much. Oh, but you black. Let's get to this next shit though. You know, we spent a lot of time on that, but I was a little passionate. Forgive me. Let's get to this next shit. What else we got on the slate? A couple more topics. Oh, the game shit, right? Forgot about that. Game, and this real brief because I did talk about the Kendrick shit a little long-winded. So Game came out, he spoke about it, spoke about why he wasn't there. You know what I mean? How he fucked with Kendrick, that's the homie, quotation, and Drake is the brother, quotation. Niggas on the East Coast that don't know nothing about that culture, never lived over there, never visited probably, and I only visited once, didn't really get the experience. So I wouldn't dare speak on certain things that I don't know about because it's ignorant to do that. You make yourself look bad, right? And even though I have an opinion, I still want it to be based on something substantial, something concrete. Mad niggas in the comments like, yo, he goofy, he mad, he wasn't invited. Do y'all really think if he wasn't invited, well, all them blood and Crip niggas, Pyru and Vice Lords, Haitians, and all these other niggas, right? He wouldn't have been allowed in the building? Just think about that. He's from there. He's gang affiliated. Kendrick is not even gang affiliated, I don't think. Why would he not be in? So he's saying like, yo, I'm grown, I'm worried about my kids, I don't be on this shit all the time. And had a lot of East Coast niggas trying to tell this grown gang ass nigga from the West Coast how he should move, what he should do, who he should choose, and be like, yo, Drake is my brother, Kendrick is the homie. People breaking that down like, oh, but your brother versus your homie. Do you know all them niggas that's homies and all? That's them homies. They riding for their homies. That's their culture. So yeah, he's using words and lingo that's what they're accustomed to. Brother, if anything, is more so like that's just my brother. We know they're not blood brothers. They're not blood related. You think he gonna choose a regular guy over one of his set homie niggas? I don't think so. So it was just like a lot of East Coast niggas saying a lot of dumb shit, showing you really don't know what you're talking about, and just sounding ignorant in the comments like, he looking for attention, he ain't doing this. Rick Ross was there. You see, he diss Rick Ross. Yeah, he diss Rick Ross as hip hop. You can diss anybody at any time you want. You wake up and choose violence, as long as you ain't really choosing violence. You get in the booth, you saying I'm better than you, challenge. You think you better than me, then put some bars up, nigga. Put your flows up, put your metaphors up. Let's see what you got on the mic. Rick Ross, he was there cloud chasing, you ask me. You know what I mean? He's the biggest, he's one of the biggest cloud, he's a troll too. So it's like, yeah, I'm here, and you see he ain't respond. I wish he would have responded so we could see another good battle, but it wasn't. All right, let's get to the Swiss Beats shit, right? Swiss Beats, the Monster, and Timberland, they just did some joint venture with Elon Musk. Let me pull up the shit. And I ain't really hear what Elon Musk has said. I know it was to the, I ain't Google it, you know what I mean? Y'all can let me know in the comments. But I do know it was to the effect of saying like black folks is not smart or we don't think fast enough. Like some racist shit, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's racial, Martin Lawrence. And if you fuck with the channel, you know what I'm gonna say next. When you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed that some rich cracker motherfucker says some off the wall shit about some black niggas. I'm not shocked that he said we can't think or we slow or we dumb or we lazy. I ain't shocked. Rich white motherfucker. Same thing with Sterling from the Clippers or anybody else where the hot mic is around and they talking about their true self and like Spike Lee Do the Right movie. Here's what they think about you. You high flying, Chinese eating, fried chicken, watermelon drinking, slick hair grease, know what I mean, perm wearing, eyelash stenching, know what I mean, like slipper BBL getting, black motherfuckers. Right. That was one of the funniest parts of the movie. Or everybody was saying what they think about each other. You high-flying, fried chicken, watermelon eating, like motherfucker, right? Like, I ain't shocked and amazed that these motherfuckers behind closed doors is saying some shit. And so I'm not shocked about that. I'm also not shocked and amazed that Swiss Beats, Timberland decided to joint venture with him, and I think they got 100 million or something like that. Let me pull a clip up. Real quick. Is it this right here? Yeah, I think this is it right here. Where's the title at? No, that's not it. Swiss Beats the Monster. What is shit? I want to just read the title so I can be accurate. You know, I got all these Kendrick Lamar videos I was saving for y'all. Let me get to this Kendrick shit. Let me get to this fucking shit. Let me just read the one that I got. It's not the one that I wanted, but let me just read this. Anyway, so Swiss Beats addresses the controversy surrounding the Versus collaboration with Elon Musk. For those that's on YouTube and for those that's on Instagram, we live on both platforms, right? So I guess he was on, which, you know, the good and the bad about social media. You could be talking some shit about a nigga, and nigga just pop right up in your comments, like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about, Willis? Guess somebody was saying some shit about him, and Swiss Beats jumped on and responded. What is it? Let me see. So this dude, facts is a female. Miss Holistic Health Wellness. She like many people, I'm not on X, Twitter, due to the current owner. I'm not in your tax bracket. She talking to Swiss. I'm not in your tax bracket, so I can't give you business advice. However, I feel that listening to regular people who help you guys get to the next level of success and get more money further, I guess we'll see how many people go to X, but after you come back from Hajj and now on a Haji and should be thinking and doing from a higher level, God bless, please don't dismiss people in this thread. Then he answered back. Like I said, you could be talking shit about somebody on social media, and if they, you know, a lot of times they do see it, just because they got the blue checks and they got the millions of followers, they do see a lot of these comments, right? Or a lot of the tags, and some of them just be like, don't even at me, so you can't at them. But anyway, Swiss like, you will see my intentions as always. We must change what we don't like and not complain about it. We go hard since the 90s. People will soon see the plan. I understand that people have questions, and they will also understand I'm not a silly person. And somebody else says, somebody else said, should have done this on another platform, Instagram, Facebook, or even Fanbase, which is a black-owned app. I'm not on that yet, and I didn't know about the app, right? So he answered back like Versus been on the platform from day one. People want to talk without doing the homework. The convo always been on the platform, King, bless up. And somebody else said, and we're, Swiss said to them, and we're 100% black-owned, and not enough, we own 100% of the IP and the company, which is great. Last, I think it's the last page. So somebody said, I mean, this is somebody else addressing Swiss. I mean, I guess it's cool to show us, but don't play in our faces and act like folks don't have valid reasons to question your partnership. And then he answered back, but nobody said anything before being on, nobody said anything. We've been on the platform since the Versus started. So again, I didn't see the exact quotes from Elon Musk. I know it was something racial, and everything is always racial, and if it's not race bait, you know, in this era that we live in, then they don't get the views. And like, you know what I mean, the Watch the Throne album, and you know what I mean, Ball So Hard, it's provocative. It gets the people going, it gets the people going, so people try to race bait. And again, I'm not saying he's not a racist, you know what I mean, bastard, and I'm not saying he is, because I didn't see the quotes. I should have looked it up so I could get the exact quotes. If you watching, you know, put that shit in the comments. But anyway, are you buying what Swiss is saying? Obviously, he's a shrewd businessman, and the Versus, like Uncle Murder said, was keeping us entertained, for the COVID fever and cabin fever when we was locked in, and you know, some of the shits was boring, but some of them was epic. You know what I mean? We loved that shit, especially the Locks and Dipset. You know what I mean? That was one of the best ones to me. You know what I mean? And Fat Joe and Ja was real good too. And Keith Sweat and who Keith Sweat went against? I can't think, but that was a good one too. Some R&B shit, right? Are you buying what he's selling? And we know that, you know, the gatekeeper conversation, people that get to these high levels because they figured it out financially how to, you know, monopolize their talents. And Swizz Beatz is definitely one of the most talented producers in the last 10, 15 years, right? From the X to the Locks to other people we did, Hove, Eve, etc. You know what I'm saying? So we get that he's talented and he parlayed his shit into some millions. You know what I mean? Bagged Alicia Keys on the way. But are you buying that he going, you know what I mean, do what he say he going to do? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I kind of thinking that they did the partnership prior to the comments coming out about whatever Elon Musk said. But, you know, again, like he said to the lady, you know, as the regular people like me, people like you watching, you ain't got no millions. Well, at least I know I ain't got no. I'm not even 1,000 there, like Jada said, walking around town fronting like we got wealth. For what it's worth, I'm one myself, but my strength in the hood outruns my wealth. You know what I mean? You know, so I ain't got no thousands and no 100 millions and all that. But regular people, we can build, and like the saying goes, if you build it, they will come. As opposed to thinking that these athletes, these entertainers, you know, these actors, etc., that they're gonna lead the way. Same thing with Kendrick. People thinking he Malcolm X. He ain't no Malcolm X. He's a rapper. He may be a little conscious. It's not that serious to even put that on him, or to put it on Swiss, put it on Hov, put it on 50, put it on Puff. You see what's going on. Put it on Oprah, right? They're not coming to save us. We gotta save ourselves or get left behind. So we gotta link and do shit with each other, like-minded people, build platforms, build little think tanks and little networks and shit offline, behind the scenes, as I like to say on the bat line, push it together and then move forward. Yeah, it's nice to get an endorsement from somebody that got it, that has the know-how, because that's really what's missing. The know-how and then the discipline to execute said plan. That's what be missing from a lot of brothers and sisters. I'll just say more brothers for men. It's on us to go get it. Can't really expect no, and I never did. I'm just not raised like that. For no woman to come take care of a nigga, save a nigga, you know, even if she got money, that don't even really matter. It helps, you know what I mean? But that's not what we're looking for. It's up for the men, like Lil Wayne said, if it ain't no food on the stove, I hunt for it. So it's up for us to figure it out and go get it. Will it be nice to have a hood Shark Tank, which I gave this idea on one of my shows, like, you know what I mean, 2-3 years ago? Will it be nice to have a fifth, a Master P, who just came out with some more oatmeal, and he keep coming out with food products? Salute to Master P. Definitely salute to him. Would it be nice to get a fifth, a Master P, can't use Diddy no more, and whoever else that you could think of, right, that got bread that's black, Swizz Beatz, to set up a hood tank and have multiple brothers and sisters come pitch their ideas to them so they can invest, make themselves more money, and then help the little guys make more money, as opposed to Mark Cuban and people on Shark Tank who are already billionaires. It's like an endless pool of money. You got people with ideas and shit that people need come right to the billionaires, or get 10%. I'm asking for 100,000, 200,000 for my business. Where my money at? I got you. They bidding on the show what business they gonna take over and help. We need shit like that in the hood. You know what I mean? And we don't have that. So I'll say give them a few months, see if Swizz Beatz and Timberland gonna stay true, you know what I mean, to the culture, and not just let those folks take over, you know what I mean? Like we see oftentimes with people that make it to the top and become the best around, and nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best. And that's all I got to say on the Swizz Beatz shit. Let's move to this other shit. Let's get to this shit. Let's get the Bootsy Badass, right? Let's keep it hip hop. So we know it's Pride Month for those that celebrate. Y'all know I don't celebrate shit. Definitely don't celebrate that. But I ain't knocking you. To each his own. You live your life. You do what you want. Like, we only get one. We all gonna be judged. I'm not the judge. The Most High gonna judge me for shit I did here, and he gonna judge you for the shit you did here. Only thing gonna help us out is our motherfucking good deeds and, you know what I mean, things of that nature, right? Anyway, BouT, he back in the news. He like to spin in the news a lot of times. And although it seems like a lot of times that he is spinning in the clip, as I like to say, it's dealing with the LGBTQXRX, right? Shit like that. I'm being funny, but I'm not. People is trying to paint the narrative that he's obsessed, that he's down low. All the comments, and a lot of that shit be coming from women and, you know, I guess the community. You want to make him something. And I always say, like, if it's not bad for those that's involved in the community, why you always try to make a person that as a slander or as a, you know, as a knockdown, like a knock on them? If it's not bad, if you living your best life and you was born like this, you woke up like this, God made you like this, then there's nothing wrong with anybody being that way. If they straight one day, then they change the next day to be the other way. Why is it now pointing the finger like, oh, you gay and you part of the community, if there's nothing wrong with it? That's one of my questions. I wish somebody in that community please answer. And I got family members and friends that's, you know what I mean, they with the community. So we're like, again, live and let live. We ain't going to hate, but we don't have to agree and condone. That's what we're going to get to. So anyway, BouT got a new song and this shit, wow. Nigga named the song Letter to the Gays. Like, yo, bro. I was a little shocked and amazed, I ain't gonna lie, when I heard the name of the song. I said, nah, this nigga is crazy. Last time I played the song, I got copyright, my whole live got canceled, so I really don't want to play the song, but I kind of like it, it sound alright. I'm gonna play a little snippet of it unless I see the shit come at the bottom of my screen where they're like, yo, you playing somebody's music. Maybe not, because it's fresh and it's new, unless it got 1,100,000 views already, but.
I'm just a real person. Who speaks his mind.
I like the beat. I like the slowness
Sorry
of
if
it.
I offended anybody.
It's boosted.
Who's bad?
Kind of got like the Bryson Tiller type of beat, you know what I mean?
I told him don't cut his dick off. You heard what Boots is singing? Crazy. Now the whole world pissed off. The whole world mad. She remind me that this is fucked up. Cause I say it and I mean it. I don't give a fuck. Cause I'm real about it. Saying how I feel about it. Now they in my DM. They wanna kill about it. Talking like they wanna drill about it. Cause a lot of people feel the same way that I feel about it. I told that gym to get up out the pool. Them girls been training their whole life. They ain't trained just to lose to you. Now everybody mad at Boots and Boo. The truth might hurt you. Just don't fix your heart.
That's all I'm gonna play though. I definitely don't want to get another strike. But I like it. I like the line about, you know, chicks been swimming their whole life, practicing to try to get the gold medal and become the best around. Like they trying to get there. Then some trans dude that was born a man and faster and stronger reflexes and all that, come take all your gold medals. It's fucked up. You know that's crushing to the women. And I think when he was like, I told him don't cut his dick off. I think that was a shot at Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, Flash, aka Wade Town. You know, for telling them don't do that to your son. He's still so young. Let him grow first and let him choose his own path. Don't choose it for him, right? And even if he seems like he's choosing it at this young age, still hold off on the medications, on the motherfucking shots and all that. Just let him grow, because he might change his mind. We know women change their mind all the time. It's the fucking wind blow. You know what I mean? One minute they happy, next minute they not happy. And men do too, but for the most part, you know, with the emotions and the periods and all that shit blow with the wind. So he was just like, even though it's not his kid, he's like, listen, just let him grow up a little bit more. Maybe let him get 18, 17. Don't do it like 13. And I agree with him. When you look at the comments, which I'm going to do right now. Last 5 years of his social media career has been revolved around the LGBT community. Something ain't add up. It's the brother with a blue check, right? He doesn't agree with it. This is one person that's on his side. He doesn't agree with it, like somebody said, it's being forced on us all day, every day. He's often asked his opinion. He gives his authentic response. He from the BouT, and a lot of us don't sugarcoat it. I guess this is just down in the South. I just wish that everyone live on their own truth. It shouldn't matter if it falls under popular opinion or not. His unhealthy obsession with the LGBT community is worrying. And you just could scroll through. Everybody's saying he's obsessed. He keep talking about them. Why does he keep talking about them? And the thing is this, right? Because I wanted to segue that into the next thing. I wanted to let you hear the snippet of the song. I like it. I probably will put it in the playlist, even though it's a little slow on the treadmill when I'm getting my shit in. But that's his truth. There's nothing wrong with that. And just because you don't agree with something or you don't condone doesn't mean you hate it or you're a phobe to it or, you know what I mean, you hating it. You know what I mean? Or you're down low. People always try to use, especially women, when you disagree with them, when you don't find them attractive. Jess Hilarious, I quote her a lot with the comedian dude. As soon as she was like, oh, this nigga don't like me, he must be gay. No, he's not gay, he's just not into you. My nigga T, what up? Uncle on the check-in. He's just not into you, sweetie. That doesn't mean he's gay. He just doesn't like you, right? He just doesn't like you. Like you, Soldier Boy, he just doesn't like you. That don't mean he's gay. That don't mean he down low because he don't find you attractive. He just might think you is ugly. Sealy, you sure is ugly. That's all. But they love to run that. And again, if there's nothing wrong with it, why do they always use that to try to shame, to try to knock you down a peg for you to be DL? If there's nothing wrong with it, then what's wrong with being DL, right? It doesn't make sense. Every time it's an insult or, you know, some type of discourse where there's some argument going on, you're gay, you're down low, you're obsessed, you're homophobe. If there's nothing wrong with the lifestyle, then why we keep trying to shame people that's not of it and want them to be a part of it? I always kind of found that funny. You know, one of the sayings is make it make sense. The math is not mathing. And I'm rocking with BouT. I don't think he's obsessed. I don't think he's down low. I don't think he's gay. I think he don't agree with it. He don't condone, but I don't think he's a hater. And I think he's an artist. So as an artist, he's sensitive about his shit on some Erykah Badu. And so he made a song, The Letter to the Gay. The Letter to the Gays. And that should probably be #1 next month, at the end of this month, Pride Month. And so I want to segue to the next topic, right? Marlon Wayans, right? He said he got a lot of hate on his page for coming out supporting his son. You know what I mean? Guess his son is trans or whatever. And he did a post. Y'all probably seen it with the flag on and the hat and the glasses. And he was trolling because he did a few posts. Said he didn't like how a lot of people was coming at him. And I rock with Marlon. Obviously, the White Girl movie and was he in Living Color? He was too young. He probably been in Living Color. You know, he was in the other shit with his brother. You know what I mean? We're brothers. We're happy and we singing and we color. Give me a high five. Talented comedian, etc. Right? And I want to say, like, because when you do was look at some of the comments on his page, and I don't know why I have it here. I thought I had it in one of my tabs. But anyway, he was like, he got a lot of hate. People was hating on him, right? And he like, yo, that's my son or his daughter trying to be XYZ. I'm going to show support. And so I'll give this analogy because when I was locked up, right? KO, my neighbor, who like big uncle, he like father figure, like a big bro. And I spoke about KO a few times. I was 19, he was 51. With 24 years and about to go to his first board on the 25, right? Or maybe he was 52. I think he got locked up at 27. He's still locked up now, 48 years later, right? When we used to argue, my little young dumb self don't really know a lot of shit. He would always bring up a lot of like wow instances or like contrasts just to try to paint a picture. And so I always be like, damn, why you always got to go to the extreme? And now as I'm older now, I say, oh, you're going to the extreme to get your point across, one, and to try to hope that the other person open up their mind. So for instance, right, people be like, you're supposed to love your kids unconditionally, and you're supposed to support your kids, and coming from a person that don't got no biological kids but still help raise some kids, right? And I even count my nieces and nephews and cousins who I love no less and try to give them the best advice in life to win, right? I'll say, if your son was in the game, right, and you knew they was in the game, you knew your daughter was a fans only at a young age, and you didn't condone it, you didn't think that she was sexually liberated, right? You would say, shit, this whole motherfucking time, I am foul for that. I'm foul for that. Pardon me if you're on YouTube. I'm foul for that. And I thought this whole time we was live and we was rolling. If your daughter's on Fans Only, or you find out she was a porn star at 19, 18, because you know you could be on Gag Queens at 18, 19, right? Having a whole bunch of white motherfuckers do you dirty. You ain't agree with it. Should you still support that? And if you don't support that, does that mean you don't love her? If your son is gang and you're trying to keep him out of the penitentiary, if you don't support what he's doing and you don't condone it, does that mean you don't love him? Does that mean you don't support them? That's where we get why it's twisted and tangled, because it's like, listen, I don't gotta support your lifestyle to still show that I love you, to still show that you my son and you my daughter. Vic, what's the word? On the check-in. And so people in the comments like, he's a confident man, he's comfortable in his sexuality, all these other crazy things, and happy Pride Month, happy to have you as an ally, and all this other bubblegum shit to me, right? Because again, if your daughter was a porn star, or she was a prostitute, and she was selling her ass, and you found out about it, even if she was grown, meaning 19, 18, when you could legally, vote, still can't drink. You could be a prostitute, but you can't, you can't drink, right? Go figure, this is America. If he be standoff with it, like, I support everything else. Support you getting a job, finishing school, getting married, or, you want to be a boxer, or whatever it is. But you selling your ass, I don't support. I'm never going to support that. And if you continue to do that, in this aspect of your life, you're not going to get no support from me. That doesn't mean he doesn't love his daughter. That doesn't mean he don't support. It just means that he's not rocking with that. So we got to get off the extreme where if you ain't okay with it, then you're a homophobe. You're a hater. You don't love your children unconditionally. If you don't change their sexuality at 14, 15. It doesn't mean that. So Marlon Wayans, I think like, yeah, you do people, somebody in the comments was like, yeah, I'm glad because you got 7 million followers and we need an ally like you. You see all these allies they got with people putting dresses on and doing the most and promoting that shit that's allegedly not of that community. You don't need an ally like that, and he didn't have to do that. I'm not knocking him for doing it. I'm just speaking like you can have two things to be right at the same time. You can support and love your son or your daughter and still not condone some of their behaviors that they're doing. You don't want your son to go to jail. We find out he running with the Bloods and the Crips. You gonna condone that shit? You gonna go do a photo shoot with a motherfucking rags on and do-rags and all that and take a picture and support? I don't think so. I think you'll look idiotic. I think it'll look stupid and it'll be detrimental and counterproductive to anybody else that's young, your son age, your daughter age, looking up to you as somebody that's supposed to know better and say, damn, you know what I mean? This nigga really went, blooded in, turned Crip, because his son was Crip or Blood? That shit would be wild. And so I think it's like the same thing. We ain't spend too much time on that shit. But he like, yo, I'm a troll, I'm gonna stick up for mines, and nobody's saying don't stick up for your family. Sure, we all love our family. Sure, we all got somebody or a few in our family, and we love them. But if you don't agree with that lifestyle, that don't mean you gotta rock with them. That don't mean you treat them like shit. But it just don't mean you gotta post pictures up in pride with them. No, that's your lifestyle. Cool, I respect your boundaries, but that don't mean I gotta get balloons and dress up and get a pride tattoo to show I'm rocking with you, because I don't. I still love you, I still support you, and all other aspects, I still want you to win in life, but I don't gotta do that. That's where if you don't do that, then you're a hater, you don't love your children unconditionally. Shit like that is super corny to me. But this the era we live in, and it is what it is, right? Let's get to, then we got like 2 more topics maybe. So the Aaron guy, I don't know his last name. And last week when we did the show, we was talking about the brother that went on the bottom line, popped the balloon. Sisters called up his job 500,000 times, like 1,511 times. You know what I mean? You've been to the club, got him fired. And he took it all in stride. You know what I mean? We spoke about it. And I had only really spoke about that clip because I didn't see the whole episode. Come to find out, he was a little combative. He did say, y'all could pull out 100,000, you know what I mean, right now or whatever, I got 100,000. And he ended up still sliding with a joint. The only girl that didn't pop a balloon. And he doing interviews now and shit. He all over, he's spinning in the clip, as I like to say. He went viral. And I think even on TikTok, they got him walking in a Ninja Turtle costume because one of the chicks was like, "You're a little too short. I got heels on, and you kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're really not that attractive." So now he walking, and he is buff. He walking with the Ninja Turtle suit on in some store, some shit, and he's capitalizing off of the newfound celebrityism, right? I think he definitely shouldn't have mentioned 100,000. I think he also went on his Instagram or whatever social media, Facebook, pulled out maybe like 10,000 or whatever. And then he did a GoFundMe. I don't know if it's before or after. A lot of brothers did donate to his GoFundMe, so I think he wanted 1,000, but he ended up almost getting 10,000, right? And it's good to see brothers, stick together. You see the brick lady, she got almost 40,000 for a scam. All these black men ain't gonna do nothing. You see him hit me in the face with a brick. Had all y'all chicks in y'all feelings like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Y'all donated almost 40 grand to her, and she booked y'all. You know what I mean? She was on the run, Noriega eating. You know what I mean? And it's good to see the brothers support that. We need more support. And the thing is though, you definitely don't want to be going back and forth. With no women online. It's a lose-lose. You know what I mean? Like, people like Hov, why don't you get at old boy? Like, it's a lose-lose for certain people. I'm up here and you all the way down on, like rumors on the ground getting too loud, please turn them shits down. It'd be like, I'm going to lose regardless because I'm going to win. I'm supposed to win. And then if you somehow get a lucky knockoff out of me, then I really don't look bad because I'm supposed to beat you. The narrative of him is you got a lot of channels reacting to him like I did. And like a lot of us didn't know, he got shot in the face on some 50 Cent shit. So he lost his hearing for like 5 years, got it back. Obviously he did time, was doing some street shit before he went to prison. Guess got his plumbing license, got himself together, and now he's certified, right? And I hope he's going to start his own business, use the popularity, of going viral to his advantage, like the Gorilla Glue Girl and a lot of people that we see, go viral for the wrong reasons. But when he was doing an interview on one of these channels, he the shorty that he slid with, if you seen the full episode, she asking for money at the end of the date and all that, and was asking for a couple of dollars. Maybe she was a fans only. Maybe she was a little sex worker. Like, you little sex worker, you bitch. And that's you. Like, you know what I mean? And that's you. When you lead with money, with women, oftentimes, you know what I mean? That's how they're gonna rock with you. You know what I mean? They approach you with the money. And then the thing is too, what a lot of fellas know now, because it's social media, it's online information, a lot of people is telling their experiences. If you can't get a certain type of woman without having money, or if you wasn't at a certain height or a point in your career, then you don't even need to rock with it. And if you do, it should be for play until you know what I mean? Like Slick Rick said, treat her like a prostitute. Don't treat no girlie well until you're sure to school. Because all they do is they hurt and trample. Listen up, Chloe. Like that was 88, 86. He been telling dudes, like, listen, don't put her on no pedestal until you sure to stoop. Because if you do, she gonna do you dirty. And so because he like, yo, you know what I mean, I'm a licensed plumber, I got 100,000 to the other chick, she probably in her mind was like, oh, I could probably get a little band out of this nigga tonight. I probably could get a little beans and stretch, keep it going to the beans, and get a couple hours for giving them a couple of buns, right? And, when he was telling the story about it, it was just like, damn, I wonder why her interaction, if you seen it, she like, I'm here to save souls, and she like, you done like talking to all these other bitches, because me and you about to get up out of here. That was her energy. Don't be fooled, fellas. Obviously protect your money, protect your seed. As some of these channels say, protect yourself at all times, because you could be a Dante Wilder. You could be one of these athletes that be at the top of the top. You could be an actor at the top of the top. Then as you start to decline, or you ain't getting booked for a whole lot of shows no more, even though you may got kids with the woman you with, they be out. And if you marry, you already know you just became a resident of Queens. You did it in done in them court systems. You know what I mean? Tyrese and her, you did it in done. They want $150,000 a month. And that ain't enough. Nigga said it ain't cold enough. Sent that bitch back with the lemonade. It ain't cold, 100,000 ain't enough. I need $1 million a month. Some women, right? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. So if you are one of those brothers that made it to be the best around, you in the 1%, 5%, 10%, don't just, you know what I mean, play yourself out of pocket, end up on one of these shows and niggas, you know, laughing and giggling and talking shit about you. But that's what I got Friday night. I'm about to step out into the world, you know what I mean? Have a blessed weekend, stay up, keep your head on the swivel. Oh, one last quick thing, right? Just seen this on the news. And the only reason why I want to bring this up, one is new, and two, a lot of women be saying, you know, domestic violence this, domestic violence that. If you really are in a domestic violence situation, get help, get away. Don't, you know, leave everything behind except the kids to get safe. But for the women that be lying, that is not really true. I think they passed it. I was watching the news before I quick came in and the TV was on mute. They either passed it or they trying to pass a new bill that will allow, well, to stop brothers or anybody, but it's mostly men. You know, even though the LGBTQ and the lesbian community, they have a lot of domestic violence, women on women is not talked about. But it's mostly really for men on women, right? That you can't carry no more. You can't be licensed. You can't be lawful. Carry no more guns if you were convicted or have any domestic violence on your record. So this is why I want to say to the ladies, right? One, if you are in a situation like that, get help, get away. You know, you're a true victim. Then our hearts go out to you. We want you to, you know, to get help and get safe, right? For the liars, maybe you want to think about before you put that on the jacket, because, you know, we living in some crazy times in America. The world's on fire at times, it seems. And like Future said, it's an evil world out there. Don't stop, you know, another black, especially, but you black, right? Don't stop another black man from being able to carry that's licensed, that's legally can carry, especially if they ain't got no records or whatever. They can carry guns, but because you lying and you want to get some get back, you put some domestic violence shit, they find him guilty for some hearsay, and it's not true is what I'm saying. If it's not true, it's one less person that could be armed. If shit ever pop off, it's one less person that's going to be able to defend you. And if you got kids by him, you and your family. You know what I mean? He got to get some shit from somebody else. He ain't going to be able to defend himself and his property and his honor and his blood. Let's stop lying with the lying. If it's true, then it's true. Go through with the courts, file your cases, get the help, send a nigga to jail, all that. Get your cousins and Pookies and Ray Rays, beat that nigga ass, whatever you got to do if you really going through a situation like that. But if you're not, and you're lying, and you're not telling the truth, don't disarm that man, because they trying to. If I read it right, they either passed it or they trying to pass it, because you know we know that those jackets get passed out. Everybody's domestic violence, according to a lot of these women. So that's less legal guns for people to protect themselves and shit ever pop off. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovitz. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovitz TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.